Rainbow Mountain was the worst thing I did in Peru.
We're in Cusco, 14,000 feet, hiking up Rainbow Mountain. Everybody's ready except for Jonah and Dirk. They've seen better days.
I also did it on 1 hour of sleep after me and Dirk had went out and drinking at a bar in Cusco, and then we had to leave at 4 in the morning to take this like 2-hour drive to get to this mountain. So I did far better than I thought I would. Dirk struggled a bit. He struggled a bit.
So it's very famous, Instagram famous, but it's beautiful. So we're like, we got to do that. And it's really high altitude. I don't know. Do you remember the altitude?
15,000 feet? I think Rainbow Mountain's like at 15,000 feet. So it's high. That's all I can say. And it was a short little 5-kilometer hike. But man, does it make you work at that elevation.
Yeah.
Beautiful trail. It's extremely commercialized, but hey, it's all good. Almost to the top, getting out of breath. First time hiking at 14,000 feet.
And as I started the hike, I just kind of started getting dizzy and feeling like I was going to black out. But if you know me, I'm really stubborn. So when I start something, I feel like I have to finish it no matter what. Sometimes that can be a positive trait, but in this case, it wasn't. So we hiked, I was dying. Morgan was like, "Are you okay?" And, being nice to me, I guess. And then she got me a horse, which was annoying because it seemed like a great idea, but the horse didn't even take you all the way to the top of the mountain. It took you to like the part where it was going to be the highest. And then I got that far. So I was like, looked back and I was like, oh my gosh, it's such a far way back. So I kept going. I will admit that was really stupid because I thought I was going to black out.
And poor Alysha was suffering from some bad altitude sickness. She didn't get to enjoy it too thoroughly.
I remember having to like help her back down the mountain because she was like blacking in and out from like altitude sickness. It was bad. She was not doing good. I had to like hold on to her backpack so that she wouldn't just fall over on the trail.
I'm trying to keep up with the cross-country people. Their lungs have been built for this.
I was like waiting around, looking around, like trying to stay with you, but you were going too slow. So I was like, okay, I'll keep going. But then at that point, Jake was already too far ahead. So I was just kind of by myself for a bit until I caught up to Jake because he waited for a while. And then I was like, I don't know where anyone is. I haven't seen him. We were looking out, couldn't see anyone. And next thing you know, I turn around, I just see Alysha going by, like bouncing up and down on a horse or donkey, whatever that was.
Holy shit. That's the top, Alex. Oh, this is crazy. What is that? You got a steam tornado going on up there?
Yeah.
With some llamas.
I don't know what that was.
You see this glacier?
Yeah, this is insane.
A little crowded, but We made it, guys.
It's sweet. Made it.
Rainbow Mountain was a bitch.
I don't know what your problem was. Jake and I were doing fine.
That was by far the hardest hike the whole time we were there, which, looking at it, you would not think it is, but it is so high in elevation.
Beautiful, but because it's so famous now, there's a lot of people.
It's very commercialized.
A lot of people.
Yeah. Beautiful view. The hike is enjoyable.
I'm
But,
not sad we did it, but I don't want to be around that many people again.
Yeah, when you don't like crowds on your hiking, it's not the place. But if you can tone that out.
You get to the top and wait in a line to get a photo in like the famous photo spot. So that just kind of takes away from the natural beauty.
The view was awesome.
Even though there's like hundreds of people up there, it was sweet.
Mm-hmm.
We'll never see anything like that. So
Yeah, you had a good view of a giant ice cap, and then on the other side you could see the Rainbow Mountain, that it's like different colored minerals from the snow melting or something like that.
And it's a beautiful view. If I go down with the camera, just 1,000 people.
So coca leaves, so they're supposed to help with altitude sickness, and coca is actually the plant that is the main, it's like cocaine, basically. It's the main ingredient in cocaine. They're illegal in the U.S., but they're not illegal in Peru, and the locals chew them like it's their job. But they really do help with the effects of altitude sickness. They even make tea out of them, so you can just put them in some hot water and drink it, or you can just straight up chew on them, put them in your lip, and kind of leave them there.
After being in Cusco for a full week, did anybody develop a slight addiction?
It's like bread at church.
Put it on lip.
Yeah, kind of use like chewing tobacco.
I'll put it in the front of your lip. Let me try one. Well, it tastes like tea.
Does it really?
Kinda.
Tastes like the Coca.
Look, it tastes like the tea we just had.
I'm gonna disintegrate this thing. I could easily swallow it.
Just swallow it then. You might find to. I mean, it's not like you can't. Maybe.
This is what they make cocaine.
Yeah.
It's one of the basic ingredients.
Amazing.
Key ingredient.
I sound like an idiot.
It's really good.
Alright, so this is liquor de coca. It's liquor made from coca leaves, so we're gonna check it out. It's not bad. You wanna try it? It's it reminds me a lot of like almost like a licorice root. It's like a Jaeger, but it's different. It's definitely different.
And
That's good. I'd drink it.
score out of 10.
We'll give it a 6.5 out of 10.
That's not bad.
And then that night, that's when we did a little bit of drinking,
is that the night that we went and saw the band?
I think.
Who's gonna get it fastest?
And then we got to party one night with a band. They were awesome. It was their first time playing together, and
They sounded amazing.
they rocked it.
And they did a lot of American songs, actually. But, like, all of their stuff was so good. They let Jonah sing with them. That was pretty cool. That was definitely one of the highlights. We're all just having a good time.
We were dancing and singing, and they were playing like Shania Twain, and I was, my obnoxious self, and I was walking around with like a hat or a bucket and getting people to tip them.
Jonah had a way with the Peruvian people. He would sing, and everybody would be starstruck like he was some famous person coming over from the U.S. It was incredible.
Pisaq ruins.
That was the last hike we did.
Yeah, it's not Machu Picchu, but you like it just as much because there's less people.
Mm-hmm.
You can walk around basically wherever you want, and we made just a giant loop.
Where we at, bud? What's going on?
Neck's a little sore from headbanging. We're at, what, the Pisaq ruins?
Pisaq ruins. About an hour, what, east of Cusco?
Could knock these over, but they might be original.
Last hike before you guys head back to the U.S.
Yep.
Remember we ran into that guy playing, I don't know, some instrument?
Oh, yeah, the guy with the flute.
Yeah, he just like came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Guy playing the flute in the freaking mountain range, and it sounded awesome. Best acoustics, I guess.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Bye, Jonah.
Peru is it's awesome. I'd love to go back if I can one day, but there's so many other places to see. You know, there's stuff there that we didn't get to see, like the Nazca lions, which I would have loved to go see. Peru is it's a cool place.
It was definitely a lot different than I thought it was going to be, but in a really good way. It was nice to have everyone together in Peru and being able to do so many things every day. A couple times I think we were a little burnt out, but we kept going because we had so much stuff that we wanted to see. It was a really awesome experience, and I'm happy I had the group of people with me. It went really fast. I feel like since we were so busy, I blinked. I was there for over 2 weeks, and we blinked, and it was time to already leave. But definitely a memory that I'll always hold close to my heart.
In conclusion...
It was an amazing trip.
This trip was one of those where, yeah, ready to go back home, but at the same time, there's obviously just so much to explore.
It made me want to travel more.
Well, which is a good reason why Jake and Morgan have been doing it for a year. So we got a little taste of their lives. So that was good.
I guess there was more I wanted to see in Peru.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we saw so much, and we were only between...
We were there for like 7 days.
2 or 3 different cities, and I don't know. There's just so much to see there.
Bye, Alex. Bye, Halle. Bye, Alysha. Bye, Jonah.
Bye, guys.
Sorry you guys have jobs.
It's been fun.
Sorry you guys had to leave, but we're staying in Peru.
Shout out to Jake Welly, bitch.